Patreon.com/the Walk-Off Podcast. $4 a month gets you in there.
If you're watching this right now and you haven't hit the like button, Billy, get on it. Bug your brother. Tell him to do the same.
Brandon Belt.
So I don't know if you read the article, and for those of you who haven't, it's on Sportsnet. Arden Zwelling, friend of the show, he wrote the article basically talking about Oracle Park and the offensive black hole that it can be to left-handed hitters. Okay, because the wind comes off of the bay there, it's blowing the ball back towards the field. It's a 421-foot range all the way out to from home plate there. So it's one of the furthest walls for those lefty mashers to hit. And Brandon Belt has dealt with this since he started his big league career, right? He's been a lifetime San Francisco Giant. And on top of all of this, being a lefty, he's had to deal with the shift. So it's a disadvantage to hit fly balls in San Francisco. As a lefty hitter, it's a disadvantage to hit ground balls because everyone's shifting him. So what did Brandon Belt do? Brandon Belt became a line drive hitter. He became a dude who could hit the ball all over the field, but specifically within the gaps towards right field. So let's take a look. If one of the interesting things in this article is they showed how many balls were hit at least 400 feet. And it was 103 is the number in his career. You overlay that with the Rogers Center, and almost 50 of those balls are home runs. Even more are going to be doubles and triples. His OPS, his numbers in general, would have been much better at Rogers Center. Does that translate at 34 years old to numbers now? It very well could, man. I mean, he's the healthiest he's been in years. His surgery went really well last season and his knee's feeling good. They've eased him in nice and slow. Are we expecting to see 40 home runs out of this guy? No, but I think we are going to be impressed and surprised with some of the numbers out of Brandon Belt this year.
Can I just stop you right there for a second? And when we say
yes,
he's the healthiest he's been in years and his surgery went really well.
Yes. Lip service, I know.
Yeah, it's a little bit of like, you have to say that, right? I mean, they did also ease him into spring training. I mean, is that just a precaution or is it necessary? I don't know. It's going to be one of the things that we look back at the end of the season and go, yeah, that was the healthiest he's been in years. And his surgery was a massive success or not.
Yes.
But, I mean, he's currently not wincing while he's out there. So that's the only real measurement I trust right now is the eyeball test. And I'm genuinely excited for Brandon Belt. The idea of this team having a full-time power hitter in the DH role instead of it just being used as like load management for everyone else is like, I love this so much, Scott, to have, our JD Martinez, our Nelson Cruz, our David Ortiz. Like, it's just to an already like potent offense really takes some of all the concerns we have about like Dalton Varsho, and he's going to be this defensive stud, but we don't know what we're going to get off his bat. This is going to be a good offensive team still, man.
Man, having that left-handed masher that's going to break up these righties too is so massive. You know, like when you look at the past couple of years and the way that some of these pitching staffs that have faced the Blue Jays have been able to align themselves and the way they've been able to attack these guys, I think that just having a guy like Varsho and Belt in this lineup to at least make them throw to the other side of the plate. They can't dial in on the outside corner and just frickin' go to her, right? Guy after guy after guy, I think is going to make a major difference. Like, this is what's exciting about Belt. It's going to make a major difference to dudes like Guerrero to dudes like Kirk that he's separating, right? Like it's going to make a major difference down at the bottom of the order when Varsho's hitting 6th and then all of a sudden Chapman comes up. It's going to help these guys that are hitting from the right side of the plate that were just, these dominant pitchers were coming in and just like dialing in on that outside corner.
Okay, so you said Varsho 6th when Chapman's coming up. So I'm just reading between the lines here. You're thinking some order of Springer, Bichette, Guerrero, 1, 2, 3. Then Belt, number 4. Kirk, 5.
Yeah.
And then, okay, Varsho, Chapman.
Varsho 6.
And then into
Chapman.
Kiermaier. Okay.
This is going to be massaged throughout the season. That's just kind of how my brain envisions it. Absolutely. Yeah.
I like it. I like it a lot.